on the Transverse network. Thank you for joining us. It's 6 o'clock somewhere, which of course means it's builder's block time. So I'm in my Gundam cockpit here tonight, this afternoon. And I'm going to be working on one of my favorites. It's called Gundam Heavy Arms. It's from the Gundam Wing universe series. And let's see, right now... Oh, Emily, how's it going? You're a fan of the cockpit, huh? Yeah, it's pretty sweet. In this shot, it lines up kind of perfectly with my chair. You know, I can sit here and it's kind of like... Yeah, this makes sense. You'll see in my two-shot here in a sec. I'll give you a little preview. Woo! It's gonna be like we're flying through space! Working on a robot! I got my coffee here. I need coffee in the evening if I'm going to be alert and energized and ready to build a Gundam. Gotta have my Jigglypuff mug and some coffee. Oh, let's see. We've still got about 4 viewers, which is rad. That's cool. File in before I get started. I literally just did my hair and makeup. Not even my hair, but my makeup mostly. Like a minute before I clicked onto the stream, so I think I look okay. I was outside gardening today for a little bit. I had to get out and do some work for a little bit. And got really stinky, dirty, pulling weeds and stuff. And didn't have time to shower, so I'm surprised I look as good as I do. Alright, in the meantime, I'm going to let you look at ta-da! Gundam Heavy Arms. This badass Mamma Jamma robot, as you can see, is armed to the tooth with machine gunnery and heavy artillery and weaponry. And he is hands down just one of the most badass Gundams in all the series. Except for when he runs out of ammo. And he's got to rely on these janky little pop-out knives, which are pretty cute. Fun fact, this will be, I think, the second or third time that I have built a Gundam Heavy Arms. I have built like a high-grade one back in college, in my heyday of building these things, and that was super sweet. This is, wait a minute, did I say high-grade? I think I meant to say a master grade. That's the higher quality one. This is just a high-grade one, which are the probably most basic intermediate, or not even intermediate, like easy. They're the easy builds. Choking. I need more coffee. Okay. Make sure I have my tools aligned in my tooling area. I just realized in this desk cam, like, you can see my chest. Alright, we have fun here. So, let's unbox this sucker. Shall we? Brought to you by Bandai. Okie dokes. Okay. Okay. My goal here this evening, by the way, because I do have a goal. My goal is to have this whole thing built in under 4 hours. I think I can do it. I think I can do an under 4-hour build. We shall see. Okay. Ah! So many pieces. This I might need. Ooh, where am I gonna put this? Over here. Oh lordy! I forgot about the ASMR. Alright, there's that. That's good audio. Better voice for me. You know, I don't know that my voice does get better. I think this is it. I think this is the final evolution of Mimi's voice. It's probably more masculine leaning than feminine, but overall it's pretty gender fluid, I think. Some more pieces. Woo. And last baggy. More pieces for my lovely boy in red, white, and yellow. There he is. Hey! It's me, Heavy Arms, dropping in. Okay, let's see. I'm staring at half a cup of coffee. Still good. Probably gonna cut into these instructions real quick here. Where they got me starting. Ah, yes. On the chest cavity, of course. So let's see, how am I looking? Am I feeling like I'm riding in a Gundam here? And we got some tools, we got some jams. Hopefully the jams are coming through. I can barely hear them. Happy Pride indeed. Happy Pride, everyone. Ah, there's a bug on me. What kind of bug is that? Where'd it go? I slapped at it. I must have slapped it too hard. Did you see the bug on me? My house is bug infested, yo. It didn't look like a really freaky type. It looked like a flying type. It was a flying bug type Pokemon. Let's see. I am starting in the A's, as it were, on this thing. Okay. Like, I'm pretty sure it's just somewhere in my lap now, or my crotch, or... Okay. Oh, I mentioned his little... When he runs out of ammo, he's got a little knife blade. Well, here it is. There's his little knife. That's what he relies on in combat for when he, you know, when he does all the shooty, rough and tooty, or whatever. Whatever the technical term is. Okie doke. What was I looking for again? A. And I swear I found it. It's right here. Okie doke. A11. It clearly looks like a back piece. It's right there. So, dream ideas for Builder's Block, for making Builder's Block more enjoyable. All right, we can discuss that a little bit, because I think Builder's Block as a show could be a lot of fun. You know, we sit here, we chat, we build things. It's in theory it should be fun. I hope it's fun. But like I did the One Piece pirate ship build the other week, and I made it a little bit more, I don't know, out there. I did it, you know, on a pirate ship background, and I pretended that we were sailing around and gathering crewmates like you do on the show, and I have little toys and figures, and I gave the chat a chance to vote on who the next crew member would be. And you know, it's kind of silly, but kind of fun. They never really knew who they were going to get based on my descriptions. And I didn't have anything like that planned for this particular show as I'm sitting here building this Gundam. I don't know how that, you know, how adding a story element would play into the Gundam universe too much. You know, truth be told, it's been a long time since I've even watched a Gundam series. Like, I think the last one I started was Iron-Blooded Orphans. And I didn't even get to finish it. I don't think I even made it to season 2. And it's not because it was bad, it's just because I had other things going on. Gundam shows in general are like, you can't just try one out. You gotta commit. They're all a mixed bag of quality. Most of them are good and entertaining. If you're looking for like a long-running series to kind of fill your afternoons or evenings or whatever, recommend a Gundam Wing. It's tons of fun. I'm looking for something here. It's really hard to look for things when you're talking. Or it is for me. Anyway. Gundam Wing, absolutely one of my favorites. As well as G Gundam. G Gundam. The G stands for God, I think. So, my friends, my people, my work area is a disaster. Sorry, at least we've got more desk space now to work with. That's cool. So I've got these pieces, hello, and I need to put these in between them and sandwich them together. And you better believe it's a pain in the ass. Oh my god, which one's the back and which one's the front? Like, how can you tell? Should have been paying attention to the instructions. Okay, no, that's that one. Alright. I'm figuring it out. The question is, are my gigantic fingers going to be able to facilitate stuffing this thing in here? I think I might actually have to resort to my snip. Not a snip. It's a tweezer. A tweeze. If scissors make snip sounds, what sound does a tweezer make? Tweeze? Twiz? Twaz. Twa. The tweezer goes twa. I lost my damn mind. Okay. Coffee help me. Well, the good news is if we get bored of this, at any point, I can switch to Smash Bros. Yeah. So you can ask me pretty much anything about Gundam, and if I don't know the answer, I will make something up that is likely going to be very close, approximately, to something resembling an honest, factual answer. You can try it. Okay. I think I got these two pieces correctly. Hopefully, maybe. Did I put them together yet? There's something that goes in between them. It's going to be a D2 25. Oh, because there's D1 and D2. Naturally, you gotta split the D's up. You can't have too many D's together. 25, it's this funky looking brother. Oh! That's out my office door. That's out my office door. One sec. Got it. Okay. So what I'm gathering from these instructions is that this goes into this somehow, some way, someday. I think it honestly just sits right in there. Looks certainly like that's the case, right? Just right on top there. Okay, we are very close to having accomplished most of Heavy Arms' heavy chest. Ooh. And give him his little neck stump right there. Soon he will be thick. D2, number 24. Pop that sucker out. So this just plugs right in there. Just plugs right in. Right? Wait for it. Wait for it. You see that? See how that's in there? It's solid. Solid chest. Coming together. Whoop. It's okay. A15 is the next one I need. And I can at least tell, which is kind of nice, that it is colored red, I think. If I'm wrong, I'm usually wrong, so I'm used to it. For the love of God, where is... Like I found 16 and 17. Oh, there they are. Okay, they're not red, they are blue. That's what threw me off. Just checking the red section. But they're blue. One of these. And one of these. Okay. And so it goes on like... Sure it goes like this. Sure it goes like that. Right? And I was like this, and I was like that. This is not a shot of anything other than coffee, like you can see. It's coffee. Coffee. I am the type of old person that needs coffee at like 7 p.m., 6:30 if I'm going to, plan on staying up late, past 10. I plan on streaming till 10. What happens after that, who knows? Actually, I really could probably switch over to a gaming stream after I finish Builder's Block. I wouldn't mind getting in some Smash after putting this thing together. As I do most nights. E113. E113. Ah, I found my E1s. 13. Okay, so here we've got his heavy ammo artillery chest section. The technical term. And whoops. Gotta stop burying him. Put him in. Pretty sure it just sits on like that. There. Ooh, okay. And now we have a really kind of small, delicate-looking piece. Should be tons of fun. This is A7. Ooh, okay. I might actually want to use my bigger cutters here to cut this one out because it is really thin plastic, I guess, and I don't want to risk it snapping. Okay, I think now I could maybe finagle it. Yeah, there we go. See how thin that is? I didn't want to risk that. So he's got a little orange chassis that sits over this thing. It looks like it just kind of sits right over, snaps right on. And then there are some stickers. Wouldn't you know, there are like microscopic stickers that go with this thing. Bingo bango! Hey, Mimi. What is the significance of bingo bango? Microscopic stickers. Let's get to it! Here we go. I got my sticker set. Look at these. Look at these. Yeah, wish me luck. Snippers. Tweezers. Snizzlers. 12 and 13. Okay. Oh my word. These are very small, but okay. Alright, let's sit over here more, and I want to make this look good. Okay. It's gonna be tough, y'all. Just look what I gotta do for a sec. Alright? There's the sticker. I want this guy right here. Right? And I'm gonna peel him off with my tweezer. Okay. Follow me? Got him there. It's gotta go on right here. Oh, I don't feel good about this. Okay. Ooh, intense introspection. Right here. I hope I'm doing it right. It's like, I'm gonna sit properly. There we go. Okay. See how that went on there? Can you even tell? Like, please tell me you can tell. It's really hard to tell at this. Yeah. That's the sticker, okay? In the grand scheme of this model kit, it's gonna be like totally necessary. Okay, and you said if I gotta sit over here. I keep feeling like there's a bug on me now. You guys gotta tell me if there's a bug on me. I'm not even gonna be able to. I won't even see it in the chat, but I'll feel it. I'll feel it. Oh, shit. Crap. Always use tweezers, folks. You'll end up fusing your sticker to your desk space like I almost just did. Okay. Finish this one up. This is not worthy of so much of our time. Okay. Boom! Stickered. Stickers. Stickered. It's on there. We all good on here. We all good on here. We all good on here. Ooh, my coffee is getting cold. Alert! Coffee is getting cold. It was one of the worst things if you didn't order a cold coffee. If you got a hot coffee and the hot coffee has turned cold, count me out. What the hell is this part now? D226. This looks like a nightmare. This looks like a cluster Gundam. D226. Okay. Okay. Gundam Jesus, take the wheel. 226, and I know I'm going to need 27 in just a moment to do what appears to be the exact same thing. So I took that, and then I'm going to take, oh my god, you guys. These parts, they're so small. Oh, my audio's coming through clear enough. So when I'm complaining about these parts, A5. Okay. A5 and A8. Both of these are tiny. Can you see these? This little piece right there. That's what I need to. Okay. We'll just take it out and see what I'm to do with it. It's like literally holding pretty much nothing. That's what they're asking me to work with. Can you see it there? I mean, I could move the camera in closer, but it's hardly. It seems like it'd be worth it. Just know that these are some really, 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 really teeny tiny bits and pieces that I'm working with. Oh. Would have liked to hit the mute on that, but I wasn't fast enough. Name that, wait a minute, name that Pokemon. That must be from an old chat. Old activity feed. I gotta be honest with you, I hate the Twitch dashboard UI. It's not the greatest. Okay, I'm trying to focus on something. This guy needs... Oh my lord, okay. Okay. I think... This is so complex. Like, you can't even see the piece in my fingertips. And the slot that it fits into is that. You see that slot? That's a small slot. I'm like, how the hell is this supposed to go in there? Cut out cleanly. Yeah, it is cut out cleanly, I would say. I'm supposed to put stickers on this thing too. I don't even know what this is. Oh, it's the side piece for his thing. Oh, I was wondering how that was going to go in there. Okay. Now that makes more sense. Okay, it's like a little door. So, yeah. And then this has to go on here. It was actually super easy. You just have to understand the anatomy of a Gundam. Took me a while to come around. Oh. Oh no. Cold coffee at the very bottom. Okay, that's fine. Stickers! 8 and 10. Coming up. Oh my god, these stickers, you guys. Okay. Once again, they are what I would call microscopic. They're the blue ones on there. The blue ones right above where the yellow ones were. God. One of these days I will master putting stuff in front of these cameras for you. Okay, here we go. Number 8. It is seriously the size of maybe like... What would be comparable? It's really, really hard to think of something that is this particular size and shape. It is tiny. It's like a pin. Like the... I mean, I guess it's just a little bit wider than the... Come on. Focus on it. Okay, don't even worry about it. Don't even worry about it. You can tell how small it is. Anyway, there's one more of these. It's not actually that bad. Because it's simple. Oh, God. It'd be easier to just leave it on the table. Nice! Okay. Good. Looking good. It is going to go right in this slot. Nice. Okay, there's half. We just gotta do this other one right quick. And now I, of course, know exactly how it's done. So it's gonna go by in half the time. If that. Unless this piece comes out and it goes flying across the room and out the door. Which does happen on occasion. Come on. Come on. Okay. Just that. Throw that on there. Oh, easy does it. Easy does it. Throw. Maybe I should consider using the tweezer. We'll see. No, it's easy. Throw that on there. Good. Throw this in there. Boom. Excellent. Wonderful. Good. It's going so quick, you guys. So quick. Microscopic stickers. They're not even going to slow us down this time. I mean, it's not like they did the first time, but here we go. Cool. One, super easy. Oh, come on. Okay. maybe in the next 10 to 15, I'm going to take a really quick coffee refill break. Won't even be 5 minutes. Just going to run and get some coffee quick, refill. And we'll resume the build right after that. Oh, come on. Now you're going to give me trouble. Quick adventure, in and out, 20 minutes. What could go wrong? Oh, this is so not cool. Why is it being this way? Like this piece is right. This piece is on as correctly as it can be. It needs to fit snugly into this piece is the problem. God, I don't want to I keep looking up and seeing that I'm sticking my head into the box. That's not what I want. Alright, so the good news is that I think I just achieved it. Y'all see that? What I effectively just did was make it so that he can expose his gun-like bosoms, his bosom interior. Every Gundam's got a bosom interior. But only Heavy Arms will open his up and share with you. Okay, cool. So that's that. Very soon we will have a chest here. Very soon. Okay. Did I use the right piece there? I hope I did. Pretty sure I did. We need a D2 number 23. Obviously, you can't build it without a D2 23. Those. And a PC4, which turns out to be this weird looking thing. And if we can ever get a hold of it, just stick it right on there. Together, good. And that's gonna end up feeding straight into our fella right here. Hello, hello, we're coming together. We are a chest. Yeah, that was the chest. That was chest built. Next we're working on the head, which is going to contain some pain in the ass stickers. Absolutely they will. Let's see. I might as well grab that quick before I run out for coffee. It is really difficult for me to maintain chat if there is indeed anybody chatting. Oh, Rosa's here. Hey, I didn't even see Rosa. I'm so sorry. Oh my god, you're giving me advice, Nikki? Like, thank you. God, I gotta start paying attention to this chat. I'm sorry, you guys. Y'all folks. Y'all non-binary terms. What the flying funkin' wagnalls am I doing here? A25, that's what I started looking for. Oh, it's this impossibly pointy microscopic piece. Yes, of course. D111. I'll put that over there. Go over here and grab a D111. Which is his little mouth guard piece. It's cute. I think I'm just not gonna hold things up for this camera to see necessarily. You just kind of get what you get. Is that okay? Does that work? Otherwise, I'm gonna spend a lot of time fumbling around with, get this up here. Hi, hello, what do you want to see? This is what you want to see. Okay. All right. I gotta figure out how to make a Gundam's face work here. Oh, this is the eyepiece, actually. I didn't realize that. Which is going to be really cool, but it's also going to be really hard. Oh, Rosa. Rosa's been doing a lot of game streams lately, and I would love to join her in something at some point coming up. And just doing more game streams in general on the Transverse and trying to get more people involved. We want the Transverse to really kind of grow. And Twitch is kind of for game streams for the most part. I'm aware that there's a lot of people that do just chatting and crafty stuff like this. But I would like to game more. And I feel bad when I game in my free/spare time. I feel like gaming during Mimi time is wasted time. So, stream it. Okay. I'm so close to putting this guy together. Say, I did not plan that. Say hi, say hello to the lower half of Heavy Arms' face. Yeah, you're barely meant to see that. Say, Ooh, Rosa and me can do a dual builder's block where we both build a Gundam, or you could do a Zoid, or you could do whatever. And I mean, it doesn't have to be a competition necessarily. It could just be fun. I mean, I've got this much of a screen here that I don't need necessarily. We could get Rosa in here too, and both of our projects on the sides. Just saying. There's room in this cockpit for one more. Okay. I've got a super small Gundam head to kind of form together, and then really quick coffee break. Okay? So... Oh, Lord. D1, 13. D1, 13. Looks like the back of a head. Fitting, because it's the back of this guy's head. There's a sticker that goes in the slot. Great. Okay, one sec. No. Yes, there. Wait. Maybe. In. Okay. Alright. I think that's in there. I gotta get the sticker, though. Sticker is... upside down. 2. Oh, Lord. How am I supposed to... This thing is so small. Y'all have no idea. What could I even compare it to? Well, it's bigger than a grain of salt, I guess. It's probably... It's smaller than a pea. Okay. Now we're in the realm of small things. It's, can you see? It just looks like a green dot at the end of my tweezer there. It's nearly impossible to describe an item of similar size. Get in there. Holy Lord. This is tough. Come on, come on, come on, come on. What the heck? Oh no, it's like stuck to my tweezer. In a not helpful way. My tweezer's ruining me. Okay, right. I can rearrange it now, I think. Okay, this is the worst sticker I've had to deal with yet. This is the tiniest sticker inside. It's inside this little nook. And oh my god. I don't know if I can do this. My fingers are too large to deal with it. So I have to use the tweezers. But the tweezers is almost too large to handle it. I can't grip a small enough portion of it that it just doesn't get stuck to the tweezers. Oh my god. Get on there. Get on there. Stay on there. No. Oh, this is rough. But I promised I would do this and then get myself coffee. I must fulfill my promise to myself. Okay, we're almost there. It's in, but it's a bit crooked. I think I did it. I think I did it. Yeah, okay, I'm willing to say that that's in there, as good as it's gonna get. Can y'all even see? It looks like a black dot on the back of this thing, but that's what I essentially just had to get in there. Holy crap. Can you even tell that's a little green sticker? Right there. That's what I just struggled with. It's not the Gundam's eye. It's on the back of his helmet, on the back of his head. They don't wear helmets. It's just a head. See, like, this is the front of his head. And I haven't strapped on the front piece yet. Head is not even fully formed. Let's see. I might as well just finish that quick before I go run for coffee. D112. Yeah. I think I've just got one more piece of this helmet to put on. 2 more pieces? 3 more pieces. 5 more pieces. Yeah, just about done. Okay, so this goes in here. No, it's coming together quick. Okay, there's that. Then he's got what appears to be some little... Oh yeah, he's got some side things that come out of his face. D1, 9 and 10, which are these guys? He's got like little antennae. He uses them to call his buddies. In my headcanon. In this fanfic I wrote. Someone to believe. Yes, that goes on there like that. Yes, the whiskers are coming together. They kind of look like whiskers. Okay. All right. Now, ladies. right. Look at him. That's a fancy head with some whiskers coming together. Okay. We ain't even done yet. We ain't even done yet. A124. He's got more headgear. This is A1, right? Yes, there it is. There it is. He's got more headgear to strap in. Cool. Oh, you guys. No. There's another sticker and it's even smaller. There's another sticker and it's even smaller than the last one. I gotta get coffee before this. This is gonna destroy me. Okay. It's cool. Everybody hydrate. What's that? The one sponsorship says stay thirsty. Stay thirsty, friends. Don't. Hydrate, friends. That's the better advice. That's the better advice. I'm blowing up. Probably because everybody knows about this hard sticker work I be doing. Kari, you know the pilots don't actually sit in the heads? The pilots all sit in the chest space. Typically. Come to think of it, for Heavy Arms. For Heavy Arms, I don't know where the fuck he sits. He must sit behind all the artillery and the chest piece. The pilots in Gundam Wings don't sit in the headpieces. None of the Gundam pilots usually sit in the headpieces. They're in the chests. But that kind of baffles me now that I think about it. Heavy Arms pilot is like right behind all of his heavy artillery. Huh. Yeah, okay, so there's this really frustrating sticker that I gotta get to. This thing is... I'm almost thinking I might have better luck. Well... no, the tweezers will have to do. Alright, it is on my tweezer. Can you see? Can you tell? Wait, there we go. I hold it in front of the switch, you can kind of see it there. Tiny. Right? Tiny. And that is going to supposedly stay. No! Not on my thumb! Not on my thumb. Come on, please. Please, 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 please. Oh, okay. I got it to stay on the helmet. That's good. Yes! I think I got it accidentally in the right spot. Yes! Yes! Okay. Boom! Microscopic stickers. 0. Mimi. 2. A26. The piece that looks like a big golden V that sits atop his glorious head. God, I'm excited to get this stream done and then just play some Smash Bros. Alright, so, boom! Gundam head! Love me! Okay. That will eventually slide right onto the body that we built there. Actually, let's do it now. Throw caution to the wind. Damn it. Boom! Look at him. Look at them. Look at them. Gundams, non-binary. Yeah, very cool. All right, next we're going to put together a set of arms for heavy arms. Arms for heavy arms. Let's do it. Oh boy. A17. So these are these arm-looking pieces. Makes sense. Put that out. There's an E116. Okay, it looks like the arm stuff and leg stuff is going to be all on the gray. E116. Oh yeah, his arm pieces are different because they have to open up. So there's all this shit inside of him. So naturally, he's going to have a couple extra steps here. Somehow this is supposed to fit in there. There we go. Okay. Does that look like hidden artillery to you? I guess it'll be like that. We shall see. So that goes in there like that. And then there's an A119, which is the backy side to it. Yes. Yes. 19. Excellent. Oh, and I need a PC3. Ah! PC3. Of course I do. Right here. Cool. Now I just need to put it in there somehow, some way. How do I do it? I'm not entirely sure. Oh yeah, okay. Now I get it. Here we go. Assuming it's like that. It's like that, and it's like this. Yes, yes, yes! This is going well. This isn't even taking that long. We'll be smashing bros in no time. A3. Yeah, 3. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay. 3 goes on here. Oh, interesting. Okay, that goes right there on the back. Kind of makes sense, I guess. E1, 3. Oh, it's this piece. Let's see. I'm getting distracted. I'm distracted by work. Oh, you recognize the Cruel Angel thesis. Yeah, this is just a random anime lo-fi mix that I found on YouTube. So, sorry if I'm not crediting anyone for the music. Let's see if I can figure out how this thing goes on here. Is that right? I think that's right. And then I need that A6, which is the really really tiny swinging door hinge piece. Oh my god. And I need A1. A1, my favorite steak sauce. Oh, this is gonna be okay. And it's gonna be okay. It's okay. And this is gonna be okay. Okay. Well, this is not okay. What did I do? Dropping things, I'm losing things. I apparently put in the wrong... How did I do that? I think I got the wrong... I think I got the wrong door thing, but that can't be right. I got A1. And it's supposed to attach... here like this. Oh, oops. First of all, this is wrong. Should be like that, yes. This just seems weird to me. Hey, quit licking yourself. My dog's licking himself. I can hear it. It's unpleasant. Hello from Instagram. You know, I was trying to go live on Instagram earlier, and it wasn't having it. Otherwise, I would be live on there too. Something doesn't look right about this that I just built, though. Look at that. Like, that doesn't look right, does it? Is that what his chest piece looks like? Or not his chest piece, but his arm piece. It should be like right there. I think. And that just does not sit right with me. But until I find out that's wrong, I'm just gonna keep powering through. Okay. Holy Lord. Instructions on his right arm continue. And they're quite plentiful, so let's go! I do make a really good coffee at home. I make my own coffee and it's good. I'm going to try an Instagram live thing again. Just going to see if it works. I owe it to myself. It says I'm now live, and then it freezes up. So I don't know. I don't know what the hell Instagram's problem is. Yeah, okay. Nice try though. Maybe I should live stream on TikTok simultaneously. Except I don't like TikTok. Okay, now I need B. Oh, good lord, good lord, good lord. B. Which one's B? Ah, there it is. B. Okay. 8 and 5 and 9. This is where we get into the really tedious building of the limbs portion. Which usually actually goes pretty quick because it's just like doing the same thing twice. You do the same thing twice. Which is pretty nice. So this guy is gonna go right. Oh, what the hell? I'm just trying to make sure I got this the right way. Okay, pretty sure I do. Do it? Wait a minute, what the hell? What the hell's going on here? That's not right. I am suddenly so confused at this concept. Oh, wait a minute. I think it's like, this needs to go on this. This is what I'm missing. This thing connects them. I think. Yeah, there we go. That's what I was trying to do there. That took me a little while to figure out. Sorry. Yeah, TikTok. It's weird. It's like there's a lot more harassment. A lot more disparaging comments on TikTok. Surprisingly more so than Instagram. Although Instagram's not perfect by any means, either. As we've displayed by trying to connect to it here. Okay, so A20 is much needed. So this is, I actually have 2 Gundams to build here on Builder's Block eventually, coming up. And this is the first one. But the next one is going to be a Strike Freedom Gundam. And I'll be doing that later this summer, probably. And that one's a little bit more complex, got a lot more moving parts. And that one's going to take probably 2 sessions, I would say. This one I'm hopeful that I can finish up here tonight, before 10 o'clock. We'll see. So, yeah, right now I am trying to put together this Gundam's arm, okay? And it's got this little chassis here that I just built right there. Cool. It's a hinge. And then this is where they get their blade. Wherever it went. There it went. E112, right? Right? E112. Yes! It's blade time. It's blade time, baby! So soon. So, that is going to sit... Oh, that's so dope. Right there. How's it going, Winter? How you been? Glad to see ya. Meowster's prediction thing stuck around. So is that still going in the chat? Or is that something that is appearing on screen? It doesn't look like it's on screen, right? How easy is that builder's block logo to see against that black background? Hopefully it looks okay. A21. Okie doke. I need to get a snapshot or a couple of pictures of the entire army of Gundams that I'm working on or have worked on in the past. They're all downstairs. Downstairs. in a display cabinet. But I could get some photos and make a slide or something, pop them up. Oh my god, this one piece. It's so hard. Okay. There we go. Good. Gourd. All that for this. Get on there. Boom. Alright. Cool. We cool? We cool. Shisha! Retractable knife. Sha! Hope I got that on there, right? Yeah. That's right. Okay. D229. I know, it's a white piece. Damn it. Of course I grabbed the wrong one. $229. Welcome to Builder's Block, the show where I randomly say numbers and letters and swear. I'll be your host for this evening. And please go on all the way. Please? No? Did I do it wrong? There? Yes? No? No. No? No. Okay, I believe it is supposed to go like that. I'm gonna guess that's how it goes. That looks like how it goes. Sometimes it's a guessing game. D1, number 3. 3. And then it just sits right on top. Just like that. Okay. Oh. We are apparently very close to having something resembling an arm. There we go. Coming together. And I guess I could even be so bold as to attach that. Are we building mecha? Are we building it looks like we're building a robot. Look at that. I really need to get like a nice stand to set him on. Okay. So I gotta build a hand really quick. I gotta get handsy. And do, I'm gonna do, should I do an open hand or should I do a closed hand? Open or closed? Shout out your answers. I'm gonna build both, but I'll attach just one of them. 20. Okay, so here's open-handed. Let me know if you want me to put in the open hand, or let's do a closed one. 28 and 27. And if nobody says open or closed in the next 10 to 20 seconds, I will just attach the open one. Okay, so open or closed. Those are options. Techno Sarah, hey, thank you so much for stopping in. We're just hanging out, building some robots, and sipping some coffee. Kari, stay indoors and stay safe. That's my recommendation to you, my friend. I am doing well. I am doing well. Others, on the other hand, have it considerably harder than I do currently. You put a poll up? Ha! Wait a minute! A pull up! There's a joke here. It sounds like a pull up, like a diaper. But you put a poll up, like what hand I should put on. Okay. Well, then we'll leave it to the poll. Open or closed. I mean, I can do either. It doesn't really matter at any time. This is what we've got so far. And, you know, is he going to have a open hand here? It's up to you. You can decide his fate. Yeah, okay. So that's that. Wait a minute. Is that the right one? Yeah, it's the right one. Okay, anyway, I gotta do the left arm now, and it's like the exact same damn thing. So let's try and speed through it. When I said pull up, a different thing. Okay, cool. Hand. There's one vote, I'm led to believe. I don't know what that means. Yeah. Open hand or closed hand. It doesn't matter. So, next one. Like a speed run. Let's do this. I know I need this piece. I know I need this piece. I know I need another piece. It's on an entirely different thing. Yeah, this piece. Oh, I'm good. I'm good. Okay. I would be good if I could get this off. There we go. Alright. Going in. Remember, it's a speed run. Good, good. My tweezers, because I got to get my other thing out. This is the little joint that goes in between these pieces, and really, 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 really helpful to have a tweezers for these. So it's gonna go more or less like that. See? And I am going to try my ding dong dangdest to attach it peacefully like so. Awesome, excellent. Also, this pole is just for his right hand, right? It can be open, it can be closed. If you're looking at the box, he's got a gigantic ass cannon that we're going to build, and that's in all likelihood going to go in his left hand. So his right hand can either be holding another weapon, it can be holding a blade, or it can just be, open, and he could be like, Or really, he won't be saying anything because Gundams don't talk. Okie doke. Well, self-ninja jokes. Oh, thank you so much, Danny, for coming out and watching and sticking around. We'll miss you. We'll see you in another stream. Happy Pride. Can't stress that enough. Happy Pride, folks. I need to get out and do more things for Pride, because every year since transitioning, I've been stuck in my home, mostly alone and not doing a whole heck of a lot. I'm taking my shoes off. I was wearing shoes. Not anymore. But yeah, I've just been stuck in my home for so long, and it would be so nice to get out and do something for Pride, because I never get the opportunity to. I don't typically like going to things alone, so it's hard for me to just like go downtown Minneapolis. I live in Minnesota, so Minneapolis Pride would be the biggest celebration I could attend. Where in the miserable existence is E2? Oh, it's this teeny tiny one off to the side. Okay. Yeah. Danny, I will show pics. Or I will, at the very least, I will get pics from the internet of a really nice build, because mine is going to be, I won't say rushed or anything, but I mean, like, I didn't even grab my Gundam pen. I've got a special pen that I use to fill in the lines. Maybe one day I'll just do a builder's block where I don't even build anything, but I just sit here and color in on my Gundams, because it takes a long time to go through every line on each part and really intricately fill in all of the detail lines. What do we got here? Okay, in about a half an hour or so, I'm going to take my medication too. Oh, Kari, you're in Indianapolis? Is that right? I have a really good friend who lives in not in Indianapolis proper, but on the outskirts of the suburbs. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So anyway, we have partial Gundam coming together here. Wait a minute, come on. There we go. Okay, got the back piece on. Now I gotta put this front piece on, and it's gonna look weird again, like last time. Something about this particular piece just, it looks weird. Like I had it backwards or something. 2? Is that 2? A2, yes. I'm not doing it wrong. It's just that it is so weird. Like, one of his guns are not covered. Why does he leave one of them open? I don't get it. Kari, how's your gunshot situation? You haven't heard any more, have you? Oh. Okay, you're not in Indianapolis. Got it. Tallahassee. Fun. I used to live in Orlando, you know. Back in my college days. Bloomington. Bloomington where? Bloomington, Minnesota? I don't live very far from Bloomington, Minnesota. But I assume that's not what you're talking about. B2 is the next thing I need. Oh my gosh. I can't wait until I start getting some of these down. Okay. This is this part that tripped me up the last time. There are just going to be some pieces of this that I sit here and think about for like 10 minutes. And then when I finally figure it out, I'm like, oh, okay, thank God. Now I got to do this again. But I'm going to do it so much more efficiently. Now that I know what the hell I'm doing. Like that. Look at that. I just put that together in... Wait, did I do it wrong? Kind of looks like I did it wrong. It's entirely possible I did it wrong. No. No. No, I didn't. You're wrong. A22. 22. Get that out of there. Yeah. Pretty sure I'm going to need 23. Goes with it. Bloomington, Indiana. Yeah, I figured. Figured that's what you meant. But I hoped. A girl can hope. You moved to Bloomington, Minnesota, and we'll hang out. Is this right? Is this right? What the hell's going on here? I'm not always sure if I'm right or if I'm wrong. Okay, that doesn't go on there. I'm wrong. I'm wrong! Oh, don't break. Ooh, the lolly, I don't like this. Oh, I think I hear Chrono Trigger music playing in the random lo-fi mix. So I'm thinking about doing game streams like more often. I'm trying to think about what games I would like to stream. And I'm settling on some that are more like old school RPG. Those are just kind of my favorite games. And a lot of them are really like long format story games. Story driven. So I don't know. I think that would be fun and interesting to stream. More games like that. Oh, yeah. We are a mini soda. That's exactly what it is. Shit, I put this flippin' arm piece on the wrong side. And now I'm suffering the consequences of it. Oh, come on. Yes. Oh, okay. What the hell did I just do wrong? Okay, so I got this piece now. Let's not screw it up, please. What? I'm so confused. Once again, it looks like I got the right piece. It just is in the wrong place. Wasn't I just bragging about how much easier it is for me to do these damn things? Okay. Yes, I 100%. It's right. I had it right. I'm a fool forever doubting myself. Moving on. White pieces. We need white pieces. Those are all over here. Somehow, with even more space, there's more clutter. Did we get that pole reaction? Oh, I can manage the pole. I didn't realize that it had ended. Oh, there's only one vote. Whatever. It's kind of a lame poll. Unfortunately, it's not the most interesting of polling. So I've got a D2 28, which, as I thought, is this thing. Cool. And then I know I'm going to have to throw something else on there. I don't know what the hell. Okay. Put that on there. Yep, do that right. Why is it always so hard to tell if I'm doing this right? I think one of these days I'd design a Gundam kit that's easy to put together. With no ambiguity. Here we go. Okay. Cha-cha. Cha-cha. Okie dokes. So, good news. We are now at a point where we can start putting hands on this feller. And I think I'm just going to start out with the open palm. Like I said, I was feeling that. Now he's like, yo, I've got a hand. I got to hand it to you. I have a hand. And we'll put his extra in the box. Awesome. And shing. He's bladed in case he needs to, get down and dirty. Close up. I'm almost out of coffee. Oh, it's quite handy. Having a hand blade is quite handy. Quite bladey. So, we're at a really good spot here. Oh, I just got to throw together some more hands really quick. In particular, I'm going to give him the gun holding hand for his second piece here. Ooh, he's got a couple of options. Man, for right now, I'm just gonna give him the most basic hand, which is closed fist. There we go. Now he's able to hold stuff. Come get me! Cool. Good stuff. Okay. Next up, we're building feet. We're going from the ground up. And we're doing his feet. Oh, what a pain. Oh, what a pain this will be. E1 and E2, number 4. I like when they specify. to like E1 and E2. You just need both of them. Just get both of them right now. Oh my god. Make sure you have them easily accessible, folks. Okay. E1, E2, number, what did I say? 4? Yes, 4. And I guess I'll just build them side by side because that's what it seems to be implying here by just saying, do it twice. PC7. That is this connector piece. Oh, come on. I have a feeling that that is going to sit in here somehow. Oh my god, could they explain this a little better? Okay, yes. Turns out they could. If they wanted, but they don't. Oh, I get it. Okay, there we go. It sits in there just right. It's really hard to tell at first, but it's made to fit that shape. I don't know how well you can even see that because it's so small, but there we go. Y'all are getting handsy in the chat. I know I'm going to regret this, but I'm going to let my hair down really quick. Ugh. And I will probably get really sweaty momentarily and regret my decision. It is like, it's got to be about 80 degrees in the room that I'm in my cockpit here. It's at least 80 degrees. I need to get this place conditioned. But I'm in my upstairs office, and there is significantly less airflow up here. Go figure. And now I need a C1, C2 sort of thing here. C1, C2 sort of thing. Ow, ow, ow. I hurt myself. Okay. This is really weird looking. So this goes here. And this thing sits... The hell? Wait a minute. Okay. Yeah, this goes like that. This is really weird looking, by the way. No way. I'm so confused at this. These two pieces right here. It's almost like, should this camera be like facing towards me? Almost. I wonder if there's a way that I can... Like, what is the best angle here? Should you be looking... Should you be looking... Right here? That better? So you see what I'm doing here? It's this piece and this piece. Yeah, when I lived in Florida, like I had to have my AC in my apartment running 24/7. Had to be set to 72 degrees. I need my climate to be controlled. Yeah. I need it to be a brisk 72 degrees. Alright, this is one of these things where I'm really hoping, like, once it clicks for me and I figure out what the hell I'm supposed to be doing, I'll be like, oh, that's what I was supposed to do. And then I'll fly through it. Like, what am I even doing here? I'm supposed to be building a damn foot. This does not look like a foot to me. Whatever this is. Oh. I need to flip it upside down. What? Why did I do that? Oh, I see what I did wrong. I see what I did wrong, folks. Okay, watch this. I'm a fool. I'm a fool for love. What I needed to do was so obvious. What I wanted to do, what I should have done, was put this in like this. Whoops. What I should have done was totally mess this thing up from the get-go. Oh my god! Go in there. Oh, don't have giant American hands when you work on these things. Is the best advice I could give you. Oh! If you have giant American hands, don't work on Gundam model kits. You're going to be disappointed each time. This sits in there too. Let's go like that. Oh Lord, this is gonna be one of those things where even though I know how to do it now, it's still gonna be a pain in my ass. Oh my god. Serious? For serious? For cereal? Turn. Turn. Turn, little Gundam piece. No! I might have officially found the one piece that just broke me here. Oh, wait a minute. Yes. Go. Yes! Yes! I did it! Okay. Whew. Alright, watch. Boom! That's what it wanted me to do! That's what I was supposed to do all along. And now... Cha-cha. Cha-cha. It's turning into a foot! Okay, now I screwed up this piece too. Right there. So I gotta redo that real quick. But now that I know how it's done, it should be so much easier. Right? Maybe this time I can just like set it in. Let's try that. No, it is not. It is not easier for me to just set it in like so. Oh, I think I got something close to resembling the correct way. Yes. Good enough. I'll take it. You like a looking down view. So is that a good camera view right here? I think it's a pretty good camera view of the workspace. Let's see if I can find my next feet pieces. 1 and 2, is that right? Yes. One. Oops, 2. Doesn't matter. 1. Okay, now exact same thing. This sits like so. And that goes into there like so. Need some slippers, some ruby slippers right there. D2 and D1, 8. D2 and D1, which are the whites. Number 8. Oh. Ew. There. No, come back. Don't fall out of the cockpit. Nice. Okay. How do those go in? Let's see. Okay. Just like so. So. Just like so. And oh, my giant finger to get in the way. There we go. There we go. Okay, so according to this, we built some feet. I feel confident in saying those are feet. Just made them. Moving on to the next step. Okay, we're gonna move on to the next step. Okay. Gonna be building a leg here. A right leg, in fact. I need B1 and E1. B1 and E1. No! 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 Done. You like it? Mikey! Mikey likes it! I was watching something the other day and they made a reference to Mikey. Mikey likes it. Oh, it was Samantha Bee. And I thought, who the hell these days is going to get a Mikey likes it reference? I bet you don't even know what the hell I'm talking about. E7. E7, and then... Oh, I also needed... Wait a minute. That was E2. Damn it! I just pulled the wrong piece off because it's E2. It's not the right E. I needed E1. Good, of course. Why didn't I realize that? E1. Well, it's the same piece. I'm going to be doing the same thing. So 7 and then B1 number 2. Not to be confused with B2 number 1. Oh, B1 number 2. Okay. B1 number 2. Grabbed it. Good. This thing. What the hell are we looking at here? Okay.
What am I looking at here? Oh boy. Oh boy. That, I believe, if I'm not... Yes, that's what we're looking at here, right? This little joint thing. Oh, you can't even see it. I'm holding it up to it. There we go. That's what I just built. Is pulling the wrong part off crest a problem? Yeah, yeah? I'm not sure. Oh, now I need a PC-8. Of course I do. And that's this little slotty piece right there. Let's see if I can do this. I think I need my nifty difty tweezers to help me. Parts are always kind of hard to get off here. Come on, baby. Okay. PC-8, and then that kind of just, it slides right in here? Really? Really? That's how that goes? Okay. That's what it says. Now I need a D2 19. Which is a leggy looking piece. We're getting into some leggies. You were promised leggy and you will get some leggy. Okay. How you doing, Jess? Okay, so I really hope that I get this right. Whoa! Okay. Easy. Easy. What is this here for? How's this do? Like that. Like that. Okay, so I think that's how that goes. And now I need another PC-8 part? My word. Okay. These ones are really, really hard to get out because they're just so weirdly shaped. Jess is doing well. I'm glad to hear it. It's a tough world out there. What with all the violence and, bad things. It's too bad we don't have, some kind of freedom-fighting Gundams patrolling the streets. That might decrease our amount of problems overall, right? If we had some Gundams on patrol. Do you think, building and enacting real Gundams in real life, do you think that would be, a Republican platform or a Democrat platform? Who's going to support the building of Gundams politically? Because to me it sounds more of like a red kind of thing, like a Republican thing. We need a Gundam in every school patrolling. Okay. That sounds cool. I think I could get behind the Gundam platform. D221. 22, 21. Alright. Hopefully, once again, this will end up being a process that I can repeat a lot quicklier than I did this first time. But it is coming together as a leg. What is this? Some kind of right leg? Yeah, it's a right leg. D1 number 7. So over here. And then it's going to sit on here just like that. Just like that. And according to this, it looks like I've got our next sticker work. And it's going to be this super, super tiny. They've all been super tiny, but this one, again, is another super tiny one, number 14. Oh, this one's actually a little bit bigger. Kind of. Okay, so there's that. Well, can you see it? Oh, you can see it pretty well, actually. You can see it better than I can. I should be looking on this camera. There we go. Okay, so it's more or less on there, right? Need to smooth it over. Really hard to do when you've got giant hands like me, but I mean, that's more or less how it's supposed to look here. Maybe I can use the tweezers. I'll form it on there a little better. That's as good as it's going to get for now, I think. Okay. And so that's that. Cool. We need a D1. D1. That's gonna go on kind of like this, I take it, or is it gonna go the other way? Yeah, it's gonna go this way. There we go. Been making Gundam sound effects for years now. B1-1 and B1-32 couldn't be further apart. B1-1 oh my god. Come on, B1-1. There we go. B1-1 and then B1-32 way the heck up here. Okay, cool. And then I need a PC6, which is this guy right here. And that is going to sit just like so. And then that is going to fit just like so. There. I believe that's how it goes. Yes, because we are going to stick this in here. Right? I was confused for a sec because I was like, wait a minute, shouldn't it go in? No, it's gonna go like he's got like a midriff section to be put together still, and then this is gonna attach into the side there, so he'll sit something like that. Oh, you can't even see it because my big oafish hands are in the way. Oh, there's a pole again? Oh, jeez, I can't even. Who would build Gundam? Can I? Oh, the poll ended? What is going on here? Sorry, I don't know if I can even vote in the polls, but I would have voted for the conservatives there. Like I said, I think that sounds like the more extreme military option, which one party is clearly more in line to favor currently. Okay, so we are dangerously close to completing this leg here, but we've got a really cool little extra weaponry thing to attach here really quick. So let me just bust this out. And then there was a piece that I was eyeballing a little bit ago, but I was like, when are we going to use this? And it turns out it's right now. E11? Yes, yes, yes. E11. I thought it looked like a little speaker system. It's actually guns. It's more guns. But could you see how it'd be like a little speaker? Kinda? Oh, there's a fly in here. This is the first fly of the season. Is that a housefly? It is! It's a housefly! Congrats! First housefly of the season. Happened here on stream, folks. It's actually sitting over here on the box. Oh, you can't see it because I moved the camera. Bummer! That's okay. It's just like sitting there watching me now. Okay, so we've got one gun thing coming together here. What the heck is it telling me to do though? D1 4. It looks like I think this swing's open. I think this swing's open. Does it swing open? D1 2, yeah. D1 2. It does have a little hinge. Okay. Not entirely sure how the heck it works. Anytime I see a bug, I just like feel a bug. I'm sure it's totally like a subliminal psychological thing. Ah! It was definitely flying right here on the desk. Stay tuned, folks. You're gonna see a fly. Okay, I think I just screwed this up, to be honest with you. I think I did. I think this ammo thing was actually supposed to go in the other way. Yes. It was supposed to go in the other way because it has a special slot attachment right there. And if you don't have the slot attachment ready to go, forget about it. Shit. Maybe I don't know what the hell I'm doing. It's entirely possible. You got gnats. Gnats. What a pain. Okay. I think it goes this way. I think I really don't know what the hell I'm doing with these teeny tiny parts. Oh, you're supposed to attach this to... Oh, I missed something. You're supposed to attach this to this before you plop it in there. And I think that's exactly what I was missing. Yep, there it is. That's what I should have been doing. Sorry, don't know how much of that is really catchable. Boom, okay. Now this can go on here, okay? And then, boom! Okay, it's really coming together. It's really a thing. And this straps right in there, and then look. Additional leg guns. Always helpful. Oh, Kari, I would love to get a Stream Deck. Or just even like a generic knockoff would be great. One of these days. I'm still not even particularly great with OBS, like like this is really cool. This is a really cool view, I think. Oh no, my arm cuts off. That's unfortunate. I have to stay right here. Okay. I'm regretting the hair down. I'm not regretting it. I mean, it feels good, but it's also like, where do I let it all lay? Did I F up my nail? Oh, I effed up my fingernail at some point. Oh, this is not good. I'm gonna want to go clip this. Oh, cool. I don't do a whole lot of switching through scenes or anything during most of my streams. They're not that fancy. Like I said, I am not that adept to streaming on Twitch or anything just yet. Oop. Which, you know, is I should probably get better. Should probably do it more. Oh, I'm really effing up my nail now. God. This just turned into Builder's Block Michelle's thumbnail. Alright, forget about it. Forget the nails. We're so close. So close to finishing a leg. Okay, we did that. They've always got these stupid foot things. I don't know what you call them. But they're like... Up a bit. They're like these things. And that's what we need to put on here next. But it's always such a pain because they're super breakable. D115. So this is the one. Ah! Okay. D115. So there's this thing. Oh, there we go. That's right. Okay, next. And that goes with D15. Is this piece that requires a sticker, of course. Oh Lord, why does this thing need the absolute smallest stickers you could ever imagine? It is almost more worthwhile for me to just like ignore them. Nobody is getting up close enough to see that sticker. Ooh, that sticker. that little black dot right there. That's what I just put on there. Super important. Oh, for Christ's sake. I gotta do it again on this other side? Ugh. Okay. Because, you know, it's essential that it looks like this. That side. Alright. 6. D1 6, yeah. You know what, this time I'll just snap it right on once again. And then I'll try and throw that sticker on. I will say I've gotten better at the stickers, though. As much as I bitch about how small they are. They are not too terrible. Boom! See, like, that was pretty easy. I'll give me that. That was pretty easy. So, after all of that is said and done, I need an E1. B. E1 number 5. Cool. Can we see this pile? Can we see this pile? E1 number 5, and this thing attaches to this thing? Okay. So that's what we got here. And it sits inside one of these things. So check this out. And then... Pew! Docking complete! We have a full leg. Doctor, will I ever walk again? Yes, yes you will. Once your second leg is complete. So there we go, there's one leg. Pretty awesome. Now we just have to do that one more time. And throw together a midsection, a waist, and we'll be good. Foot covers. Use clippers and a file. Oh, I never use a file for my nails. I'm really bad. Clippers, definitely, daily. Yeah, I clip. But I also do have a habit of just kind of like picking at them, peeling, sort of, peeling nails. Bleh. Oh, okay. Should we do hair up or hair down? I'm debating. I think I want to put it back up because when I have it down, I get really sweaty. I can still see that fly flying around in here. They're not really foot covers. They're like, oh God, I don't know. Yeah, maybe you would call them foot covers. They don't really cover the foot, but they're just there for a little extra flair. Alright, let's see how fast I can speed run this piece, right? So I need my E's and my B's. My E's and my B's. Including this part right here, I'm pretty sure. E2, 6, and 7. Yes, yes, yes. It's all coming together now. E2, 6, and 7. And then E1. Wait a minute. I don't need E1, I need B2. B2, number 2, right? Please be right? Yes. Okay. We're flying, baby. We're flying through it. This is gonna go right there-ish, I think. And this is gonna go right there-ish, I think. Oh, I can't see him. Yeah. A pull? Yeah, no, I don't need a pull in my hair. I just ended up putting it in a ponytail. So, we cool. I had it down for a little bit. I like the way I look with my hair down better, but it's not very practical for being stuck in a really stuffy office. Although I could open this window over here, like this window, and we could look outside at the world. World doesn't really look very nice at the moment. I would be the one to mess up my curtains live on show. Alright, you know what? That's the important thing. Ah! Fly! Flies are like the perfect nuisance. If you had to have a pest or a nuisance bothering you, a fly. I would take a fly over like a mosquito or a tick crawling on you or like a spider on the wall or whatever. We're going to have a fly. Because all it does is just provide this little visual distraction. It doesn't really matter if it lands on you. It's not like super gross. It's not going to bite you. It's like the ultimate low stakes pest. You can either choose to get rid of a fly or just tolerate it. PC8. Whereas if you see a big honking spider crawling on your wall, no. It's like, you gotta handle that, right? Oh my god, the PC8 pieces are really, really tough. Like I said, they're just like an awkward shape. And you gotta like twist them out. You gotta twist them out. It's really even harder to do when your nail is janky. Janky. Is that an okay word to say? So many words have like these weird, like either vaguely racist roots or just you never quite know. So I'm sorry if janky offends anyone. Fly. So distracting. Oh, I had a friend who used to have one of those, the tennis racket electric things, and you just, with like minimal effort. Yeah, those are cool. Definitely wouldn't want to use one indoors. And that is not the kind of thing that I would either use indoors or be playing with and touching a lot. Okay. Let's put these together. And it's looking like, if I remember correctly, this thing goes in. Oh god, every single time I look at this, it's like, what the heck? What the heck? How does it go in there? Like this. Pretty sure it's like that. See this? You seeing this? Y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for this? Y'all ready for this? Alright, I'll be done. I just threw that together pretty quick, though. If you're paying attention. Folks at home, if you're paying attention, I did that one pretty quick. And I've got another sticker. I remember exactly which one it is, and I remember the difficulty level, and it's not high. So, easy, easy, easy. Easy does it. Okay. Sticker. Achieved. It was the music that helped. Anything with electricity scares me. If there's a possibility that I can get like a static shock from something, chances are I'm not going to mess around with it too much. So this, we've got another one of these situations where I need to build one of these little offshooty things. I'm just going to start needing all of these pieces. I need that, so I'm going to need some of that, so I'm going to need some of these, I'm going to need... Wait, not yet. Not yet on that. Oh, there he is. No! Ah! Now he's on my monitor. I was going to smack him. The fly. I'm talking about the fly. Get off of my monitor. Gah. Duh. Like I said, fly's not scary. Just add a little random element of something to this. I'll try to put this on. I said it in the beginning of the stream, but happy Pride, everyone. It being Pride Month, you know, it's the month for just being happy, just being visible, just being out and queer, trans, gay, whatever you are. I am all the LGBTQ. I think that's where I decided I last left off. If you're pansexual, you're more or less like all of it. I'm lesbian, I'm gay, I'm trans. I think I'm bi. That makes me bi, right? Yeah. I am more of a gay girl, I guess, than anything. More into girls than guys. But, you know, it's pretty nice. Pretty nice looking guys out there, too. Every once in a while, you come across a pretty nice looking guy. Nice fella. And you think, oh, maybe I could try the straight thing. Try the straight girl thing. Once in a while. What the hell am I doing here? Okay. B1, and then I need a B2. Where the hell did my... Wait a minute. That was my B2. I need my B1. Number 33. Okay. Yeah, okay. Nothing in the chat. That's cool. Oh, I just bumped my table. Sorry. Turbulence in the cockpit! For real, though, this is such a badass setup. Let's see here. I need to be right about here. I just want to... It'd be cool if I just chilled here for a sec. Like, I'm gonna pretend that I'm driving the Heavy Arms. Or piloting Heavy Arms, I guess. It's fun to just play and be a kid sometimes, you know? What the fuck am I doing with my life? Okay, anyway. Need a PC6. Whoa! PC6. Shit, I forgot to pay my mortgage today. That's okay. Get the check in the mail tomorrow. Oh, this is this awkward thing. Okay. So, this is awkward, but I'm gonna go ahead and try my dangest to piece it together. I think I'm doing it. Am I doing it? Did I do it? You tell me. Did I just do it? Did I just do it though? Sometimes I like to practice my voices too. If I ever just start like saying things, stupid things, that's why. I'm practicing. Auto pay for my mortgage? That's brilliant, Kari. Except I still pay my mortgage by check. Like, I physically write out a check and mail it through the mail the first of the month, basically. I don't know what you're lolling about, but either way, it's silly. Am I saying random stupid things, or am I forgetting to pay my mortgage? I paid child support. I remember that. Oh, the wacky world of being an adult. Okay, so let's see. This goes, I'm led to believe, this goes like this. Because this is a left leg, and it's gonna go there. Right? Looking like left leg so far, huh? Yeah? A little bit? We're getting there, folks. Yes, yeah, pay your rent, please. First of the month. Every first of the month for me is like taking that financial hit, right? 2 big payments for me. My biggest ones. What a pain. Being adult. Being an adult. It's nothing but pain sometimes. I shouldn't complain too much though, because I own a house, which is pretty rad. I have like a decent amount of land. Nice sized backyard, that is. A lot of yard maintenance, but it's well worth it. I want to have parties this summer, this fall. And I want to have a really nice entertainment space for guests and stuff and such. And I would just love to have all my friends over and host a lovely backyard hangout sometime. So here's the thing. Here's a past thing. A little information from Mimi's past. What was I? A decade ago, I was 24 years old. A decade ago, I was 24 years old, and I had just bought my own my first home, and I had a girlfriend or fiance, And we would throw house parties because I had just such a nice house, you guys. The first house I ever bought, it was seriously in need of repairs and fix-ups and stuff, and it took me a long-ass time to actually make it nice. But the first house I owned was super, super nice. Like this 3-story old Victorian home. And, long story short, the point that I'm trying to make is that I used to have house parties. A decade ago, I was the kind of person who, had people over, we mingled, we did parties until 3, 4, 5 in the morning. And then I transitioned, I divorced, I lost all my friends. And there are no more house parties to be had in the decade after that. So, a dream of mine is to once again have a nice hosting space where I can have friends over again. Will it happen? I don't know. You bought your first house, wow, at 40? So I guess I shouldn't complain. I bought my first house at 24. That's pretty good. And it was like I said, it was a really cool 3-story Victorian era, like, farmhouse. I'm not going to go dig up the literature on it, which I actually have just in the other room. I know exactly where it is. But take my word for it. It was a really cool home that I bought because it was foreclosed on. The owner was really, really old couple that was not doing a good job in updating or renovating the home. And they let it fall into just a really horrible, dilapidated state. Tried selling it for more than it was worth. Were unsuccessful, and the bank repossessed the home. It sat vacant for, I don't know, like a year or more. It got all kinds of... all kinds of outdated. And it needed a sucker to come along and purchase it and fix it up. And I was that sucker. And I dumped at least $20,000 extra into just fixing it up after I purchased it for $165,000 for this home, 3-story home that was built in the 1890s. Okay, so like I said, it was super old, super outdated. Last time it was updated was like maybe the 1970s, 80s, possibly. I've got 2 really small pain in the ass oh my stickers that I'm gonna get to here. Is my volume okay on the mic, by the way? I feel like I'm talking really low, but I can always move my mic forward a little more. I cannot scoot forward more though because my desk has this protrusion that allows me, or that doesn't allow me to scoot in any further. Random tangent, I know. So yeah, the point of that story is that wait, was there a point to the story? Why was I describing my old home? Oh, parties. I wanted to have parties. So I'm fixing up my patio. You're all invited to a party here at some point. Come to Minnesota. And we'll chat. And if you need a couch to sleep on, well, don't you worry, I got you covered. Okay. I think this is going really smoothly, by the way. Fly. Okay. So, here we go again. Oh, here we go, here we go, here we go again. Oh, here we go again. Can anyone name that song that I just sang? That's something I could do on my streams, is just sing random songs and have you try to identify them. Because I sing some random tunes. Alright. We're looking real good on these legs right here. Right? Y'all see that? We're looking real good on these legs. We are... Hello? Hello? Trying to get body on legs here. We'll figure it out. Okay. Okay, have I said okay enough? Oh, dry throat. Hydrate. Winter, way to go! You got okay go. Just from that random couple lines. Nice. I saw OK Go live once. It was a really good show. They played with the Plain White Tees and Motion City Soundtrack. And if you've heard of Motion City Soundtrack, you and I can be friends. Nine-year-old's favorite bands. Your 9-year-old likes OK Go or Motion City Soundtrack. Either way, that's super cool. So, we completed some legs. I gotta flip this thing over now and figure out where we're at. 7, 8. We're at 9. Excellent! We are in the portion of our instructions that are colored. Whoa! Look at that! Look at that! That's what we're going to be doing here very, very soon. Nice. Okay, go. Yeah, so Motion City Soundtrack is a Minnesota band. And they're like punk alternative, sort of. Very similar to OK Go, really. And that was a really great live show, seeing those bands together. That was back in like 2000 and I want to say 2006. Like OK Go had just come out with that treadmill video. If you remember, fly. If you remember having ever seen the treadmill video from OK Go, that was really hot at the time. B1, 15, and 16. Not E1, B1. If I had a nickel for every time I've not been able to my legs! If I had a nickel for every time I've not been able to find my correct piece, I would have a lot of nickels. 15 and 16, which is, this is the crotch. I am putting together the Gundam crotch right now. If you have little ones, send them out of the room. This is not appropriate. Look at that! Again, don't let your kids look at that. Yeah, look up Motion City Soundtrack. Everything Is Alright was like their big hit back in 2005. They broke up, actually, sadly, in like 2009 or 10, I think. So, yeah. Oh, I went and saw their farewell show at that time. That was like, maybe it was like 2012, I think, actually. They either did a breakup show or a reunion show. Either way, I saw it. Yeah, that treadmill video was really something. B131. What's this piece? Let's see something. What's going on? Oh, Discord. I've been getting really into Discord and using it. Motion City's back together? Oh, hell yeah. We're gonna have to go see him sometime then. Nikki. We've got concerts to plan. Like more of them. Alright, I'm trying to figure out how the hell okay. This thing that your children should not be looking at. Right. So that goes, that's a crotch right there. Yeah. Ooh. A summer show. Nice. How the hell does this go on? Okay. Like up here? No. Like here? Yes. Okay. That's how the crotch goes, right? Like that. Yeah. 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 Your next door neighbor is a preacher. Hopefully not like that show, Preacher. B114. Yeah, for those unaware, there was like a AMC show called Preacher a couple of years ago that was based off of a comic book. It's about a preacher that had some like alien entity or god-like entity inside of him that could command people to do anything. Pretty cool premise. Pretty weird and sort of wasted show potential. Kari, you ever heard of Preacher? You seem like somebody who would be into Preacher. Haven't watched Preacher. Oh, wow. It would probably be up your alley. The comic book, anyway. I don't know if the show would be your thing. Was my friend from Indiana who got me into Preacher. We did a whole podcast a couple of years ago reviewing the episodes because he was such a big fan. And the sad thing is we didn't even end up finishing the show. I think we did like 3 seasons of the podcast reviewing each episode, and we like crapped out in the end without even finishing it. Damn, the last thing evangelicals would hear. Yeah, he did some interesting things with it. Oh man, did I get a... Oh, I hate when I put my hair in a ponytail and then I see a strand that I miss. That is just unacceptable. Unacceptable, folks. Hey, good news. It's almost 9 o'clock and... I'm almost done with this. I'm definitely going to wrap this up before 10. So I might just flip on the old switch here after this and go straight into a game stream. Well, maybe not straight into a game stream. I'm going to use the potty and stuff, but I would love to turn this into a game stream. Your hair is almost practical for a ponytail. Yeah, it takes a long time. Like, I remember... in 2020, started my transition in 2020. I didn't even have enough hair to put in a ponytail until probably at least a year into transitioning to do like a proper ponytail. Otherwise, I was just pulling like the longest bits of hair back together, and it wasn't much. PC4. We haven't even put together the big honking gun yet for this Heavy Arms. Okay, so let's try to get that on here in one piece. I think right now it's playing some lo-fi Attack on Titan. Could happen, yeah. Sorry for the coughing. C6. You need C6. It seems like there are so many more pieces that I haven't done yet. It's so weird. It's like, how are there still all these pieces? Huh. C6. With a sticker on the back. 6. Ooh, this is quite the sticker. Okay. You seeing this? You seeing this? Can I make this seeable to you somehow? There we go. Oh my god, that's so close. No, wait. Yes. Alright, no offense, Bandai, but this sticker that I just put on... Oh god, can you guys even see that? Sorry. This sticker that I just put on right here could have been done easy peasy with a Gundam detail pen right there. Hey, Midvani, how you doing? Thanks for popping in. Still have to assemble the Gatling gun. Yes, I know. We'll be Gatling here in no time. E114. E114. So look at that. Look at that sticker I just put on there. It's essentially a black line. I could have colored that in with a pen. Would have been easy peasy. Alright, now I'm looking at this like, how the hell do I do this next part? Okay. It fits in there like that. Okay. Okay. Alright. And then we take this. Okay. And it's gonna go apparently right there. Like that. Okay. It's looking like a thing. It's looking quite thing-like. That's the back, I guess. That's the back. So this will be the front. And then we need C3, which I can see. It's right here. Ooh, this is a very delicate piece that I wouldn't want to break. Okay, that's that there. I gotta... Why can't you see that? There we go. Okay, that's what I'm working on. A, which is a yellow piece. See them right there. 28 and 29. Yes. Good. Okay. Whoa. Oh, 9 o'clock. I can take some pills now. Why not? It's medication time. What day is it? Why, it's Wednesday. Of course. It's Builder's Block Day. Let's see. Let's just take them all. 4 pills. 1. Spiro. 50 milligrams of Spiro right there. Cool. I have a progesterone, 100 milligrams of progesterone, which I'm just going to take by mouth right here. I do sometimes take the progesterone rectally. I've heard it's more effective. Yeah. Sometimes I get lazy though and I just feel like eating it. Let me find Nordic hair. Not a thing. Yeah. My ponytail gets really tangly too, so that's always an issue. And then I've got my count 'em 2 milligram estrogen pills. Oh, Nikki. Thanks for watching, Nikki. Okay. I just had to say goodbye. Oh, boy. Okie dokes. We gotta put some things on some things here. And it looks like the correct way to do that is like so. Hey. Phone saying hey. Oops, I keep looking over here. E. You know, the E doesn't really have a taste. I just put it in my mouth, and it's not even on my tongue. It kind of keys out. That's cool. Anyway, it's not on my tongue. It's actually stuck to the roof of my mouth now. You can't see it. You see it up there? No, whatever. It's not great TV. It's stuck to the roof of my mouth, and it will slowly dissolve, yes. And that's all it needs to do. I think I see the next piece I need. Do you want number 14? 14, yeah. And an A27, which I'm assuming, hoping is somewhere over here. Yes. Snappy. Oh my god. This piece. This piece. Okay. Good. This sits just like that. And then it's gonna go just like so. Right. There we go. Look at this. Look at this. It's like we've got some kind of crotch. And now there's a C5 piece. What's this? What's this C5 piece I keep hearing about? Seems like there's a couple of them. C5, okay. C5, there we go. And then a PC5 for some reason. I'm just gonna tell a friend that I'm streaming. Oh my god, there's way too much crap here now. Right here. Oh, come on. Okay, there we go. Okay, no, I'm good, folks. Thank you. Oh, trying to respond to Midvani. Gotcha. We are, dare I say, dangerously close to completing this. The body of this Gundam here. This piece is going to go in here. Oops. I have a bad habit of sitting forward, like getting my head down there, when I gotta remember that I need to sit up here for the camera. Ah! There we go. Okay. There we go. There we go. Now we got one side piece. We'll do the exact same thing. Oh, and you better believe there are stickers that go on this thing. Damn it! Just when you thought you were done with the stickers, they get you again. Luckily, it's a very, very easygoing, quick process to get that thrown together. Okay, let's see if we can do some stickers real quick on this thing. It looks like 4, 5, and 7 are what it requests. 4, 5, and 7. Yeah, just the most tedious black lines. Seriously. After weighing my options, it's almost like I should just fill it in with a pen later. I could sit here and try to tediously fill. I don't want to screw with the stickers. Look at these things. Look at these things. You can't even see. Look at how small these black line stickers are. All right, those are the ones that it wants me to put on these side pieces. But I'm saying there's no point. I can get a pen and fill them in. That's all. I think I'm gonna skip these damn stickers. These ones suck. Okay. And it's telling me we have a thing. It's saying we've got a thing now. So here we go. This is gonna go. If I understand correctly, this is gonna go right here. Do my sound effects help? Okay, cool. Here we go. Here's the other one going in now. Whoops. No. Stay together. Stay together. Am I forgetting a piece? What am I doing wrong here? No. It's just that it needs to go in right. There. Okay, alright. We're just a bit awkward in the legs. There we go. Readjust. Legs. And guess who's coming together? And all right. So far, so good. Look at him. Don't mess with this Gundam. I'm going to throw together some weaponry for him. And then he's basically done. I mean, as far as I understand, he's got... Alright, let's show this off real quick. He can do this one thing where all of his little compartments... Oops, sorry. It's hard to get to, super awkward. Those little compartments open up So we can go pew, 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 pew. Oh no! The chest ones really are not very stable, unfortunately. I don't know if it's the way I put it together or if it's the particular model set, but I really don't foresee myself opening and closing these chest cavities very often, just because he does not want to keep them on. Leg compartments, we'll open those up too. So he's like, pew, 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 pew. All guns active. All right. Very cool. Oh, he's got a backpack too. That's the one part we haven't touched upon just yet. He's got a backpack. What the hell did I just drop? What the hell is that? It's nothing. He's got a backpack. It's A12 and A30. A12. There. You see that? Yes, you see that. And A30. Whoops. Breaking things. There we go. Oh, they just go together. All right. They just go together. So, snap. Those are pretty freaking small. What, the Gundam? Yeah, this is just a high grade, which is like the like introductory kind of basic easiest Gundam that you can make. The Gundam kits, the model kits. And yeah, it's really small, really easy, and I put it together here in less than 4 hours. One of these days I will absolutely commit. Oh, the stickers, God, yeah, I'm so sorry, Winter. The stickers are ridiculously tiny. The Gundam's pretty small too, though. And one of these days I will commit to doing a master grade build, which is probably going to take more than one session of Builder's Block to do. Let's see if I can find the E portions that I need here. E2, 1 and 2. E2, 1 and 2. There. Here's my other EE portion. I think with that, I'm done with all the E2. Yeah! Goodbye. Okay. Try my hardest to, you see this? This is really delicate work there. There we go. There we go. Alright, so he's got this cute little backpack. If I turn him around here, you see his little backside. And then we're just gonna, just like a kid on his first day of school, we're just gonna put the backpack right on him there for him. There we go. Adorable. Now we have some sort of heavy artillery to put together here. C4, yes. I will put together this giant minigun. And this one, 31, yes. Don't need that anymore. That. Now, Winter, when you say you'd love to see a big Gundam, do you mean a big Gundam model kit or a big Gundam in real life, like a life-size one? Because they have, in Japan, life-size Gundams that they build and kind of move around as a display thing that's really cool. Unfortunately, when I was in Japan myself, I didn't get to go see it. Oh, I'm done with this one. But if I ever go back to Japan, I will absolutely make it a part of my plan to go see, if they even have it set up at the time, the life-size Gundams that they build. Super cool. Like, why aren't we just building more life-size Gundams and robots and really cool things? E1? E1 or C1? E1. Number 8. That's that barrel-shaped looking thing. Because it's the barrel of a gun! Does that go on there like that? How the hell does that go? Oh, no, it goes like that. Right. It's looking pretty weapon-like. Oh, let me turn them around here. There you go. And then A13. A13. Kit, yeah. Well, I tell you what, after I finish the next, I believe it's a high grade again, which is another one of these small ones, I will see about getting a master grade Gundam at some point. I do want to put together more high grade one-piece pirate ships, so that's kind of what I'm going to prioritize, but I will do a master grade Gundam kit at some point as well. That would be a really good one to do, like, if Rosa wanted to join me on a dual builder's block where we both worked on something, and we did, like, 2 shows working on 2 high grade or master grade Gundams at the same time. That would be really cool, I think. Make sure I'm doing this right. Okay, I think I got that on there correctly. You see how that goes in? It's weird. Okay, so that one on there. E118. Oh, excuse me. I really hate coughing on stream, on camera. Try to avoid it whenever possible. What the hell am I doing here on this? Oh, this is bizarre. Okay. Alright, I guess that goes in there like that. A14? What the hell is A14? This wasn't in my prediction. There we go. Okay, and that would seem to fit in kind of like this, I'm guessing. Hello? Yes. Did it go on like that? Yeah. Okay. Oh, no, there's more. Oh, jeez, this is a really complicated gun. E117. E117. There's 10 people watching right now? Heck, how y'all doing? The viewers on this thing fluctuates rapidly, but that's cool. So I'm almost done with Gundam Heavy Arms here, and then I'm thinking I'm gonna flip this into a game stream. So I just got to put together this minigun here real quick, and then we'll be about done with the Gundam. That's pretty sweet. While I got 10 of you here, I just want to mention really quick that tomorrow night on the Transverse, right here, same place, I'm going to be doing another show, and it's called More Than Mimi. As soon as I mentioned the promotion for the tomorrow night show, like we lost like 3 viewers. Anyway, Hope y'all come back tomorrow night because we're going to have More Than Mimi on, and it's a brand new episode. It's my show. It's my podcast. Worked really hard on it, and it would be super cool, just super cool, if a couple of you wanted to tune in and watch that live with me. And if not, hey, don't sweat it. You can catch it later. It's going to be on YouTube. It's going to be on Spotify. It's going to be around. I would love it, though, to make it a little bit more special, a little bit more, ceremonial, if you tuned in live and watched it with me. Hey, thank you. Thank you, Winter. You won't enjoy it. Oh. I mean that in the best possible way. I mean, like, I plan on making good programming. It's just that my story and More Than Mimi is a little difficult to get through sometimes, for me anyway. Tomorrow evening, the schedule might say 8, but I really, 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 really would like to move it up to 6. And I would like to do all my streams at 6 instead of 8. 8 was kind of like the West Coast Transverse, the people in California that are actually starting their streams at 6 p.m. and it's 8 p.m. for me. So I start mine at 6 p.m., which would be 4 p.m. for them. And anyway, time zones suck, is a thing I'm learning. And I would be so much better off to start my streams earlier than later. I start to fall asleep, fall to pieces, the later it gets. What the hell is this? Okay. Right? Okay. I think I got it. And so his little gun can clip. It can clip onto his backpack, but I don't want to do that. I want to put it. Oh, you take the hand out. So here's the thing, I guess you take his hand off. And then you stick this whole thing. You just stick the whole thing in here. Oh, that is sweet, y'all. That is actually sweet. So, like, he's got the wrong hand on this side for gripping this thing, but you can set his minigun here with the handle that pulls out, so you can have him, like, I guess, gripping his own arm. Handgun arm thing. That's a Heavy Arms right there for you. Folks, ladies and gentlemen, did I use all these pieces? Every single time I build one of these damn things, I gotta go through the pieces at the end to make sure that I actually used up all of them, because sometimes I don't believe it. I'm gonna find, like, one really random piece that somehow didn't make it onto the... Every time I build one of these things, it seems like, oh, yep, there's some pieces I missed. What is that right there? I don't know. Hope it wasn't necessary, because I absolutely have some pieces. Well, I guess I'll just put them in the box, save them for later. I definitely have more hands. There's more hands to build, but I've got enough hands now. So there we go. That's a Heavy Arms for you. He is going to go into my Gundam collection. And like I said, I will get a pic of what that looks like at some point. and get a nice little picator. Ooh. I did it. I did it in under 4 hours, folks. That's an accomplishment, honestly. I am realizing now, I guess, that it takes me under 4 hours to just build these high-grade model kits. The pirate ship that I built a week or two ago, or whatever that was, that also took under 4 hours. So that's pretty rad. I am pretty psyched that I can get through building one of these things fairly quickly. So, we hand it to the leftover pieces, right? There's always, I have a big bag of spare parts, spare Gundam model kit parts, that is full of extra hands, and is full of extra guns, and it's full of extra beam swords, because they all usually typically come with beam swords. Fun fact, Heavy Arms that I just built here is one of the very few Gundams in series that I don't think ever uses a beam saber. Like, most Gundams come equipped with a beam saber. They're lightsabers, come on, really? a beam saber. So I've got a big bag of extra pieces, and it's really fun to sort of arm my Gundam army with them. So I am going to put this box together. Way to go! And I barely even had to use my heavy-duty clampy clamps. Clippers. I'll put those over there for now. So, what do y'all think? Great build or greatest build? That's Gundam Heavy Arms for you right there, folks. It's a pretty mean machine right there, right? Look at that. Look at that. Yeah, pretty sweet.